can I have you guys introduce yourself for the people that aren't familiar with you guys?
Absolutely. So I'm Valeska, and this is my brother Efra, and we do music reviews and on YouTube.
We have a podcast actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, the podcast is just about music, man. Like music from worldwide, and it's called Feature Friday and Feature Friday Plus, which is kind of where people come in and we talk to them like artists and stuff like that. Gotta be like this. It's a bit of fun, and I think it's awesome to have. You probably agree. Like it's awesome to have like artists or just people in the industry like to come in and converse, because you know like
Yeah.
TV and media is so like cut or edited. So then having like on the podcast having the opportunity to be just relax and converse in a free format is like a blessing.
It's so true. It's so true, man. It's so great to have these like raw conversations and stuff, and it's so edited outside of this stuff. People don't realize they're edited. That's the crazy part. People
Yeah.
just think that they're real conversations, and they don't realize that all this stuff can be manipulated. You know, it's wild. So yeah, so how did you guys get into how did you get into reacting to music and these podcasts that you guys have been hosting?
Well, so we have been involved in the music industry since it was really young. So we started performing live back in Venezuela, where we're from, and when we were really young. So I think if I was like 3 years old, I was like 5 when we professionally started touring the country and stuff.
I was
and,
a little twerp, dude. I was like this big. I was this big playing the drums and stuff like that. It was so funny.
It was
Oh, I
the
love
cutest
that.
thing. And then we moved to London, and we our lives changed a little. Efra went into more sports focus, so he did a lot of tennis. He still does a lot of tennis. And I went into training for musical theater, like theater training. So
Cool.
yeah, so I did that for a little while, and then we kind of like, because we took different paths. And we've always worked in music together. We wanted to do something that reunited that bond again, and so Feature
That's
Friday
cool.
was born. And we started making music ourselves, and featuring artists from all around the world in our podcast.
I love that. So Feature Friday, is that so? I mean, I was just looking at your channel. You have over like 2,100 videos on the channel. You post more than just Fridays, right? Or
Yes.
Yeah, yes. So
We post every day.
the funny
Yeah.
thing is, like, the podcast name is Feature Friday, right? So that's kind of like the whole concept of the channel. And then Feature Friday
Okay.
Plus is always like a +1. It's like someone else comes in. Sometimes, like, I think the podcast that's going live on Sunday is like +2, but it still could just go Feature Friday Plus. And but the idea was at the beginning when the channel when we began was just every Friday there's like new music released,
Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
So we were like, oh, let's just check out music on a Friday and then let's talk about it. But it actually began like just one video every Friday, right? And then just sort of as traction began and stuff like that, we were like, yeah, we just post every day. And then the things that go out on throughout the week, like the videos and the reviews, we call it Feature Friday Extra, because it's like, even though it's not a Friday, extra. And if the mojo is kind of like, you should live every day like a bit of a Friday. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Same
So-
vibes. It's like,
Hey, I like that. I like
Yeah,
that a
so
lot. That's actually pretty cool.
So you're living a party every day.
Yeah, I love
on
that.
Fridays, like everyone's like, oh, looking forward to the weekend, or it's like you're about to do something fun. So if you have the same type of like energy on a Tuesday or a Wednesday or a Monday, it might be more pleasant. Who
Yeah.
knows?
That's a great life philosophy, man. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that. Do you guys explain that in the videos that you should like live every day like a Friday? That's
No,
cool.
we really don't. We
I
just
think
kind of
that's so cool.
we just kind of like approach every day like it's a good day, like it's a Friday.
I like
thing,
that,
Jacob.
man.
Bring the energy to every video.
The thing, Jacob,
like
is
that.
like when we started doing the channel, I was full time in tennis, so I was training and competing non-stop. And when you're doing anything full time, you'll definitely agree. It's like it becomes a bit like very intense, and things might lose a bit of its enjoyment. And one of the
Sure.
things that, because we grew up playing since 3 until I was 11, 12, touring and albums, and it never felt like a chore. That never felt like a job.
Yeah.
So when I was doing tennis full time, that started to feel like intense. So when we had the opportunity to then make something together, make music again, and be in the studio again and make videos again, it was like everything feels like a Friday. It still has that energy of, wow, this is like it's like a
Yeah.
privilege,
Yeah.
So
That's cool. You know, it's funny. I I totally relate to that. So what are you guys up to now? Like, are you still playing tennis at all, or do you like what are you doing? Is YouTube your full thing? Do you guys have jobs outside of that? How does that work for you guys?
So Bali's the big boss. She's doing this full time.
Yeah,
I'm
good
still
for you. Power to the people, man.
Let's go. Yeah, no, so I am doing YouTube full time, so I edit and looking for everything. And
you're still performing now. You know the whole thing about the pandemic though is stop all your
Sure.
gigs.
yeah.
Sure.
So I was live gigging a lot before the pandemic, and then
okay.
so all of that stopped. So I think that's when I literally took
YouTube.
hold of YouTube and made it my life. So it's basically just the last year and a bit that's it's really been like full on YouTube. But I'm looking forward to going back out gigging again, playing.
I was just about to ask about that.
For live people again.
Yeah.